Alright, family. Welcome to Melody Economic News. Have a good morning. Alright, family. It's been a bad week. Alright? If you paid attention to the stock market, things have gotten bad. Alright? It's early in the morning right now, and I'm up to give you this broadcast late in the evening. Not late in the evening, early in the morning. Alright, family? We'll start off with our first topic. The shortages. Expect shortages. Alright? Procter & Gamble came out a few weeks ago and they've announced that they're going to be shortages from all of their products, from bleach, shaving cream, razors, a whole lot of stuff that they make. Alright? They announced that they're going to buy nearly almost 17,000 products. They're going to have shortages because a lot of stuff is made in China. And with the global shutdown already in full effect, they're going to expect shortages. Alright, family? Alright. And our next topic, pre-panic buying is already starting. Yes, it has, family. Those people who don't trust the media, who get out, who don't believe the BS, have already started. I've been out there myself, family, and believe me, it already started. You may not have seen it, you may not be feeling it, but trust me, it already started. Family, please get out there. Give what you can. Come together with other family members. And let's start protecting ourselves. Alright? REPO. We talked about the REPO. It doesn't stand for reproduce. It stands for repurchase. Repurchase your securities, treasury securities, bonds, whatever you name it. Now, the Federal Reserve announced this week, after seeing the bloodbath that was going on, they're going to inject another $150 billion into the repo market overnight to give the banks liquidity. Liquidity is cash, because banks are running out of money, and it just ain't happening here in the States. It's happening overseas, everywhere. All the central banks are helping out their big banks in their front countries. Cash is running out worldwide, and the banks need liquidity. They need cash. And so the central banks are going in and buying up and giving them all sorts of stuff, buying everything from them to help them survive overnight. And then during the middle of the week, the Federal Reserve announced they would inject an additional $1.5 trillion into the banking system in the U.S. Alright, family? Take that in stride. Alright. Furthermore, we also know, if you started watching this, the Dow Jones Industrial Average in all markets, especially Dow Jones, on Monday, before the bloodbath began, the Dow Jones started off at almost 29,000 points. By the close of business Thursday, they were almost down to 20,000. And if we seen on Friday, family members, I said this would happen, you're going to see a jump. Now, you're not expecting to jump or get a $2,000 jump to come back up 2,000 points on Friday. But that means that's the setup to get people calmed down, to get people lulled, and everything else. Expect Monday, it is going to be on. Alright, family? This ain't over by one bit. The rocky roller coaster is going to start. It's going to keep going. It's going to go down, 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 up a little bit, down, 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 some more, up again, until it finally settles down to when the market itself has set the fair market value. The corruption has gotten too big and too much, family. And the system is self-correcting, whether we like it or not. Alright? And also, along with that story, family, remember there was 2 shutdowns of the U.S. stock market. 2 in 1 week. They reached the limit down. What I mean by limit down, that means how much they're willing to go down in percentages before they shut it down to take a break. And even then, when they reach limit down, was the first one is 7%, then 13%, then I think it's 20 something. They'll shut down, and then if they keep it going, and once they reach about, let's say, 3:30 in the afternoon, they won't shut it down anymore. They just keep going because it's too late to stop anything. They just let it keep going for the final 30 minutes. They reached limit down twice this week, family, where they had to shut down the markets just so they can stop the bleeding. But even that didn't even count. They kept going. They kept bleeding and bleeding. We had 2 days this week where the stock market went up. Friday, yesterday, Friday, stock market went up 2,000 points. Expect what's going to happen on Monday is going to be ugly. All right. Now, family, with all these markets going down and the Federal Reserve just pumping money into the markets, so the central banks around the world, what they're doing is trying to prevent a credit freeze. That's a term that most people ain't familiar with, but it almost came true during the 2008 financial crisis. It almost happened during the 2000 dot-com bust. Credit freeze means no ATMs will work, your credit and debit cards won't work, you won't be able to do anything. No banks will be having money, no corporation will be having money, and people, the system that we live under today, the fractional reserve banking system, runs off of credit and debt. With no credit, no trucks will be driving to restock the shelves. You won't be able to purchase anything. Everything will come to a screeching halt. Alright, family? Everything comes to a screeching halt. There'll be long lines for grocery stores to get what's little left. Alright, family? I urge you to please go take out whatever little bit of cash you can, so that way you do have some cash on hand to be able to be able to buy some groceries. Get caught up on all your bills. Get caught up on your mortgage. Make sure that's good to go, because trust me, family, things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. All right. Now we see overseas, Norwegian Airlines announced that they're going to lay off 50% of their staff and cut about 4,000 flights. All right. The airline industry is hurting bad. With the travel bans that the president just enacted, people are not traveling anyway because of fears of this coronavirus, or what they call it, COVID-19. All right, family. There's going in there right now. You'll see pictures around the world of major airports empty. Hardly anybody going in them. You can get airline tickets for dirt cheap now. But who wants to fly? Alright, family. Go look at yourself. Get on the internet and look at all the airports around the world. From DFW to Midway to O'Hara, JFK, LAX, Atlanta. You can anywhere. And go overseas. Melbourne. Most airports are empty, which is causing the airline industry to having to cut people, lay people off. Alright, family. Sunday. I've told people, I've said this again, I'm going to say it, I've said it again, family. On Sunday, watch the foreign markets. Remember, it's Sunday here in the States, but overseas, it's already Monday. Watch the foreign markets. See what's happening over there. And then if you can, some of us get up early in the morning, watch the U.S. futures. That'll let you know from the jump start what is going on when the markets open at 9:30 a.m. on the East Coast. All right, family? Pay attention to what's going on. All right? And now in the final summary, every central bank around the world is dumping money left and right. They're dumping money into the markets, into their lower banks. They try to keep liquidity going. But the more they do that, the more people are losing confidence in them. Alright? Be expecting a credit freeze is coming. Alright? And be expecting at some point for the U.S. Federal Reserve to come out and outright start buying stocks. They're doing it now undercover. They're not telling anybody. But trust me, they're going to come outright and start buying stocks. That should scare you, family. That the central bank is coming outright to buy stocks to try to help save the market when it's already too late. Alright? Expect that credit freeze, I say again. Get some cash on hand. Because that's what me and my wife are doing. We're getting cash on hand, family. Alright? Get ready. Please, family, I urge you to get ready. It's going to get much worse before it gets better. All right? The global currency reset is happening. It is happening now. I know this sounds familiar, that may sound crazy, but family, I'd rather be crazy and wrong than be crazy and unprepared. If I'm right, then I'm right. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But either way it go, I'm getting prepared. Family, get prepared. Alright? Thank you, family, for once again joining me for another edition of Melon Economic News. Alright, family, let's get it started.